All right. I don't see my face, which is really weird, but let me see if I can see it here while it's waiting. Yes, I'm just testing it out to see if I can see myself. For some reason, the stream just doesn't show me. It's weird. Maybe there's an issue with. Okay, so I do see myself, which is good. And if I guess if something goes wrong or something's off, I will adjust. I think that's what I will do. Okay. If I see something off, then that's what I'll do. So yeah, I just thought I should talk about this. I shot another video on my personal channel. Um, it's mainly just about a rebrand. So this is something that I've been wanting to do for some time, but as you get more experience, as you learn more and more and more, you start to figure things out a little bit. So you guys know that this is I guess this is kind of my brand now at this point. It's going to be really my blog. It's going to be different affiliates, different. I'll have different types of things like ebooks. It's still a work in progress. Still a lot to do. I still have to write a blog today as well. Um, I also have a project that I have to work on as well. So there's a lot to do. It's Ramadan. I haven't slept much, so I need to get some sleep. I did not get a lot of sleep. That's one thing about Ramadan. You don't sleep a lot. Um, but overall, I'm feeling good. I'm not like hunger is not really a thing. Like, no, I don't want to say it that way, but yeah, I'm not a foodie. Like, I like food, but I'm not like obsessed with food. So, yeah, so that's kind of it there. But yeah, this rebrand, it's gonna be good. I think it's gonna be better for myself personally. I'm really into fashion anyways. I'm into fashion style, grooming, stuff like that. I do like that kind of stuff. So that's gonna be really, really good to do. I don't know if I'm gonna upload this on my blog or whatever it may be, but I wanted to stream this because again, this is like documentation, and I think everybody goes through a different stage in their life. And I feel like I'm at a stage in my life where I kind of know how to do what I want to do. Um, and it's kind of aligning with like the brand I'm working with, anyways. So that's kind of what I wanted to talk a little more about self image, but also like as a documentation for myself. I did a lot of documentation back in like 2021, 2022. And I really, really took it seriously. And I kind of took a little bit of a step back last year. But yeah, I think it's gonna be good overall. I think it's gonna be cool. Oh, fatigue. I'm gonna go to sleep soon. Don't worry, guys. It's almost 10 a.m. But yeah, I'm gonna take a nap. I'm not gonna like go straight to sleep. I'm gonna take a nap, just so that I can, because the way the day works is like you wake up for suhoor, which is like suhoor is like the morning prayer. Sorry, suhoor is not the morning prayer. Suhoor is before the morning prayer. So you're basically eating before you start your fast. So you eat, drink whatever you need to drink, and then you pray, and then yeah, and then you kind of go from there. So today was one of those days where I had some early calls, so I just stayed up after Fajr, which is the morning prayer, and I told myself, you know what, just do your work now, and then later on you can take a nap. You can just go to sleep for a little bit, and then you can kind of go about your day again. So that's kind of what it is. And then at night, obviously you break your fast, and then obviously it's optional, but I usually go to the mosque until like 11 or something like that. So that's the prayer time, like the eating time is at around 7:30, and then the prayer time is around 9:15 now, and I get back home at around 11:15, and I go to sleep at around midnight, and then I wake up at like 4:50. So usually what I'll do is I'll wake up at like 4. I'll do that, but I'll wake up at 4:50, and then I'll go to sleep for like a few hours, and I'll wake up. But some days I have calls in the morning, or I have like some obligations for the morning. So what I'll do is I'll just get my work done. I'll take like today I drank a mate. I tried caffeine pills. It doesn't work for me. Like if I take caffeine pills, like I will be wired all day, and it's not a good feeling. It's not a good wired. I feel wired, and it's like even if I'm tired, I can't sleep because I'm wired. Like I'm mentally wired. So that's why I decided to not take the caffeine pill. That's gonna be for after Ramadan, maybe later on. But I took mate today. I took some L-theanine. Those That was a good combination. I got quite a bit done this morning. So yeah, I got quite a bit done, which I'm pretty happy about. I think this overall direction. I talked to my editor as well about doing that. I talked to my editor as well about the rebrand, and yeah, I think it's gonna be good. I think that will be more of the self image, and this is gonna be more like just thoughts and perspectives and kind of deep thinking because that's kind of what I do a little bit too much of. So I might as well just document it and share what's been helpful for me. And I think a lot of people resonate with it too, right? I think have because a lot of people that honestly online, like to be honest, like the only influencers I really look up to, like what I mean to look up to, I mean like think to myself, hey, this is what I would like to, this is what I could do, and I would if I could if I could be if I was ever an influencer, this is what I would do. It's like self image, so it's like style, fashion, grooming, and things along those lines. Like those are like the only those are like the guys that I'm like, yeah, like I would like to do this type of thing. Other types of things, it's not like even this brand, like this is kind of more of like more of a perspectives type of thing. And I do watch a lot of like stuff like this. Like I watch like Heinz. He's pretty kind of like a deep thinker kind of thing. First Man's a little bit different. He kind of talks about like just development, the male advantage, just and that. He's cool. There's other guys like that are kind of like go about it in this kind of way as well, and obviously there's Islamic figures as well that will also touch on things like this as well. And there's another guy, I think he's like a runner. I think it's like Nick Bear or something like that. He's cool too because I like the fact that he based his brand around like his interest, which is basically running, but he put it in a sense that um he put it in a way where running is like a part of his overall life, and his brand, like he has like I think supplements and stuff like that as well, like protein and stuff things along those lines as well. So that's really cool. And I think self image is something that for me, when I think of like when people, I guess I get a lot of compliments about the way that I dress, like outside, especially. So, and I try to like experiment and see like how to properly dress. And there's ways, a lot of things I can improve. Like I can improve my watch, of course. I know that for a fact. Um, there's a lot of things I can improve on, which is why I really like it. And one of the reasons why I like it is because you can express yourself in so many different ways through self image. Um, I don't know. I've always had an interest in it. I've always had an interest in like clothing and just overall like even hygiene. That's something that I'm learning about. I'm actively learning. I'm teaching myself. I'm trying to learn how to be as clean as possible. And there's things that I'm learning, and there's things that I didn't realize. Obviously, I got my brush here. I'm starting to use minoxidil again, so I'm actually using a minoxidil spray. So I'm actually gonna make a video on that. I'm documenting the 60 days or whatever it may be, 30 days, 60 days, and it's actually a spray. So stay tuned for that. That's gonna be cool too. And at the same time too, that's gonna be good for like an affiliate link as well. I can use that and I can say, hey, if it's a good product. If it's not a good product, I'll be like, it's not what I recommend. Maybe I'll put the affiliate link there if they want to try, they can. But I'm gonna do like honest reviews. Like I'm gonna try that. I think yeah, I'm gonna whatever I have, like things that I own, like my top 5 things. I'm gonna share that affiliate links, and yeah, I think that's what I want to do. Like there's one guy, his name's Tariq Laroda. I saw his brand. I was like, okay, this is a really good brand. Like it's pretty solid, nice and clean. It's more mainly catered around hair, like black men's hair, and he's kind of like more of like curls and braids. But for me, I realized, I can do something around clothing, accessories, things that I like, and just stuff like that. So maybe like oils as well. and maybe like some, maybe like, and I also have a Teach Hanley like affiliate. Like I'm actually a Teach Hanley affiliate. For somebody that don't know, I've been an affiliate for like 2 years and I haven't made them any money. I haven't made any money off that, so I need to step up my game with that. I need to get on that right away and start monetizing through that. Like there's so many ways I can monetize my brand and I'm not doing it. And part of the reason obviously is because like I just didn't have the experience and I didn't understand how it worked. But now that I've been in this space for some time, like I can like I might as well just do something like this. Like I love working on everyone else's projects and I'm all for it. I'm gonna keep doing it. I do want to just have my own little brand. Like again, I'm not trying to build like this thing where I'm like I have over 1 million followers. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to like just build something cool for myself. Build something cool. I think that's what it is. I want to build. I want to build a cool like self image, like a cool personal brand. That's what I want to do. So that's going to be my main focus. Just building a cool personal brand, and I think it's people are going to be really really resonate with it. And also another thing too is one YouTuber that I've been watching I've been watching like last like year or so is a guy called Brandon Belfort. This guy lives in my city too in Vancouver, which is cool. But the thing is that when I watch these guys, I don't necessarily like a lot of times I don't watch them for the tips. I watch them for like, and this is where I think this is that makes sense to do the self image thing. I don't watch these guys to like, oh, like this is good style inspo. No, no, no. I watch these guys because I'm like, oh, let me see how I can create content like this, or how can I create content like this. So it's always like been in my head. I've just, it's one of those things where it's like life happens and like you just have so much going on that sometimes it's hard to do everything. And I think that's also something I need to narrow down on, just figuring out a couple of things to do, but doing them well. And I think that's it coincides with the brand I'm also working with as well. So that's great. It's gonna work. It's gonna work well. Like I can take photos, I can take videos. I keep telling myself, yeah, I need to do a photo shoot once a month, and I haven't done it yet. There's so much I need to do. I need to narrow things down. So that's one thing I'm actively figuring out how to properly narrow things down because I have so much going on. It's like I have this project, the self image one that I'm working on with the community. I'm obviously I have my own thing that I'm doing now. I work my part time job, which is also like at a clothing store. So I'm there. I'm usually there minimum once a week. And although it's not doesn't take it doesn't it's not that long. It's like usually 4 to 6 hours, but it does take energy from me, and it is something that I have to consider whether I definitely have to consider what is a priority for me, what works and what doesn't work for me. So that's something I definitely want to dial in the next couple of months. I have another one where it's like a president, not presidential, but it's a campaign, just like a political campaign that I'm assisting with. That's kind of more like all the other ones are like that's kind of more like a volunteer basis. Even my dad's business, that's like kind of like more a volunteer basis. I kind of just do it whenever I can. So right now, the main like streams right now is like my portfolios, which is like something that I might talk about, like my financial portfolios, like my yeah, like crypto and like stocks and I've kind yeah that's kind of like a stream for me. Obviously, that project that I've been working on, that's a stream for me, and then also like my personal stuff. So like my personal brand. I don't monetize like my skills, my actual skills. I don't use that to work on other like projects to monetize. I just work on other projects that I'm like, okay, like there's a cool project going on here. I'll just volunteer. So even the political one, that's kind of more of a volunteer basis. Like obviously, if the person wins, I'll be compensated for it. But my end goal is like isn't really the compensation. Like I don't know, it's not really my end goal. I just want to see them win. Even with my dad's business, like I try not to take money off that, like because obviously I don't know. I just like obviously like it would be nice to be compensated for those things, and sometimes I do get compensated like out of the blue or more like trades, right? Um, but yeah, I think building my own personal brand and building my own brand, I think that's gonna get me focused and really do better. And I think those three things, like my own personal brand, abstract authenticity, which I have to maybe figure out like a name for, and also like this next community project I'm doing as revenue streams. And of course, I think my, as I was saying, my portfolios and stuff like that, um, which has gone up quite a bit, so that's kind of sustained me, which is nice. um, but yeah, those things, I think if I can prioritize those things, I and then the other things, the other projects is more like just things that I just like. It's not like I'm not working for them. I'm not doing any, like, it's not a compensation type of thing, but it's just some opportunities that, that maybe will open up in the future. So, or just overall just helping out, to be honest. But yeah, I think that's really what I want to talk about. I have a call in about 2 minutes, or two. I'll push maybe like 2 3 minutes. Um, yeah, I'm feeling okay. Obviously, I need some sleep, which you guys can probably tell by my vibe. I'm a little tired, but I'm feeling good overall. I think the overall direction is there. I do need to just like figure out how I'm gonna get all this stuff done, because I feel like delegation is going to be a big one for me, just delegating, and that's what we've been actually working on with the self image project, just delegating, which is great. But yeah, there's a lot to do in general, and yeah, I'm prioritizing myself. I went to the gym yesterday. I'm still fasting, of course. I want to go for a run today. We'll see what time I sleep. If I'm on my aims to get 2 hours of sleep, like 2 hours is a good number, and then I think I can go about my day. I want to go for a run after Asr, and then go for a run probably for like 30 minutes or so. I think that will be great. But yeah, I think that's really all I wanted to talk about. I think, again, this rebrand is going to be good. I think self image, to focus on self image on that one, focus on just my overall thoughts and just everything that my overall interests on this one, and we can narrow it down as time goes on, and I can create a brand out of this one. I can create, I don't know, clothing. I can do whatever it is I want to do with this brand. And one thing I will end off with is, I was thinking about this today. I've been taking a blogging course, and one of the biggest reasons why you want to have your own website or your own type of brand in general is that if anything ever happens, like for example, like something happens, cancel culture, whatever it may be, you still have your website. Like your website is like still gonna be there, right? So that's the one thing that you have control over. You don't have control over Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. Like, you don't have control over those things, right? But you do have control, obviously, to a certain extent. But you do have control over your website to a certain extent, of course. But yeah, I'm gonna hop on this other call. Maybe I'll stream again. I'm just trying to do like some quick streams just to kind of get back into it. But yeah, I will talk to you guys later, and let me know if there's anything that I can answer for you. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.